In this first part of video, we shall be discussing some topic about light. Let us first see the definition of light. Light is a form of energy that travels in a straight line. It produces or gives a sensation of sight. Okay, whenever the light enters the eye, it enables the eye to see the object. Moving on to the next one, that is luminous and non-luminous objects. Luminous objects are those objects which emit light, okay, or which produces light. Say for example sun, okay, stars and firefly. Non-luminous objects are those objects which do not emit light or which do not produce light. For example moon, okay, moon actually it is a reflection of sun only, okay, so that's why we find the light is coming from the moon, okay, but it's not the moon that is producing or emitting light. Then earth and human being, okay, these are the three examples of non-luminous objects. The next one is rectilinear propagation of light. Here the word linear means a straight line, okay, so as we know that light always travels in a straight line, therefore the tendency of light to travel in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Now we have two more topic, that is ray of light and beam of light, okay. So the first one is ray of light, a narrow path along which light travels, okay, a path that is narrow, okay, through which the light travels, that is called the ray of light. And a group of light rays is called beam of light. Now coming to the next one, that is transparent materials, translucent materials and opaque materials. Transparent materials are those materials that allow the light to pass through them completely, okay. Say for example glass, okay, clear water and air. If we use those mediums, okay, say glass, and if you turn on the light, then the light will completely pass through that object or material, okay, so like glass or water, okay, so those are called transparent materials. Translucent materials are those materials that allow light to pass through them only partially, okay, completely the light does not pass through those materials or objects, so those are called translucent materials. For example like frosted glass, butter paper, so those are the examples of translucent materials. The next one is opaque materials. Opaque materials are those materials that do not allow the light to pass through them, okay, so examples like cardboard, wood, okay, even a wall, okay, so those are the examples of opaque materials. Now moving on to the next one, that is reflection of light, okay, so in a simple way, the reflection of light is the bouncing back of the light, okay. Suppose if you allow to pass, okay, if you turn on the light through a mirror, okay, now in a mirror, see, the light does not pass behind the mirror, isn't it, it bounces back, okay. So suppose if you are facing, okay, the mirror and then you are turning on the torch, okay, while you turn on the torch, okay, the light will reflect back to you, isn't it. So there what happens, it is coming back to you only, the light, the rays of light are coming back to you only, so therefore the bouncing back of light is called reflection of light, okay. Now we have certain terms, that is like incident ray, okay, point of incidence, reflected ray, normal, okay, angle of incidence and angle of reflection, okay. Those are few of the definitions that I want you to go through, and then if you have any doubt you kindly ask me, okay, that will be your task. Okay, so the first one is incident ray, then point of incidence, reflected ray, normal, angle of incidence and angle of reflection. I want you to go through by yourself and try to understand, okay, and let me know. That will be your task. Moving on to the next one, that is laws of reflection. Okay, the laws of reflection, okay, see, reflection of light are governed by two laws. The first one is the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal ray at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Okay, so see, this is the surface. Okay, so the incident ray, okay, and the reflected ray, okay, incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal, okay, they are all lying in the same plane, isn't it? So that is the first law of reflection. Then the second law of reflection, it says that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so see, the angle of incidence means the angle between the normal and the incident ray. Okay, that is called angle of incidence. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is called the angle of reflection. Okay, so the second law says that these two angles are always same. Okay, then we have another one, that is real image. Okay, the formation of image, one is called the real image, the other one is called the virtual image. Okay, so in a simple sense, how can we identify a real image and a virtual image? Okay, see, whenever we see ourselves in front of the mirror, okay, the image that you see in the mirror, okay, suppose you are looking at the mirror, isn't it? You yourself becomes the object, and whatever is appearing on the mirror of your image, isn't it? That is called an image. Okay, so in that case, see, the image that is formed on the mirror, okay, your image that is forming on the mirror, that is called virtual. Okay, so in case of virtual, if you move, or if you raise your right hand on the mirror, your left hand seems to be moving, isn't it? If you move your left hand, okay, then on the mirror your right hand seems to be moving. So that kind of image is called virtual image. Okay, and real image means if you move your, suppose, okay, if you move your right hand, then on the mirror also your right hand will be moving. Okay, so if that kind of image is appearing, then that is called real image. Okay, now in the textbook it says that an image of an object that is formed by the actual intersection of light rays after reflection from a mirror is called real image, and a virtual image, an image of an object that appears to be formed by intersection of light rays after reflection, okay, from a mirror is called the virtual image. Okay, so that is the definition of real image and virtual image. Okay,